Hey YouTube! Welcome back into Dory's home. Exciting news. Got off work, came home, and my new kitchen table is here. It is in 2 boxes. Big one here, smaller one there. This is the top, and I believe the small box on the floor is the legs. We're going to open them up. Before I do, I just want to give a shout out to everybody. Thank you so much for all your support, all your kind words. I'm trying really hard to keep up with everybody's comments and replying and liking and giving everybody a heart. I'm a little bit behind. I had to work yesterday and today, but I am looking at as much as I can at one time. But I wanted to get this video up. Tomorrow I am off. Tomorrow my chairs are supposed to be here sometime. So I'll do another video when those come. I'm like excited. I can get this table put together and actually sit down and have a meal tonight. So that'll be cool. But anyway, let's get started. I'm going to bring my island over here. I moved it back over where it used to be in the kitchen. So I'm going to bring it back here and put that little box up on top. So bear with me for a minute. And then I'm going to check the camera. Make sure you can see this. It's the little box. And let's see. Yeah, you can. Okay. All right, we are going to open this thing. Right down this way. And I'm just going to take a knife and score this tape here. Careful not to go too far in because I don't want to damage the legs or anything. Okay. I'm going to turn this. I'm going to put these down below because I'll need them for the bigger box. Alright, let's see what's inside here. Make sure you can see this. So to bring you down some. There we go. For those of you that are new here, my name is Dory, and I do not edit my videos. I take a video and I upload it. It's kind of like you're in my home. Well, this is interesting. We will pull this out. Oh, actually, it's not legs. This is a pedestal. It is a pedestal table. So this is probably the pedestal. And I see another piece of tape. And I'm going to go onto this side. Yeah, that's coming. Nope, that didn't work. And there we go. Okay, this isn't heavy at all. And the tabletop isn't very heavy either. All right, before I do this, I'm gonna make sure nothing else is in that box. I don't see anything. All right, we'll raise you back up again. I know you can see, but let's just go up a little bit taller. Okay. Right under my light. Are we ready for the big reveal? Okay, I know this isn't all of it. All right. Let's see if there's anything inside. No. All right. That's part of it. That's going to be on the bottom. I just want to double check that box on the bottom to see if there was anything. Because there's holes in here and stuff. And maybe all the pieces are in that big box. I don't know. I just want to make sure that we got everything out of this box. And let's see, there's a piece of styrofoam at the other end. So I want to just cut this box. I'm going to tip this box upside down and I'm going to cut it at the other end. And I just want to make sure I got everything out of here. And I did. Yep, I did. All right, we're good. Okay, back up here. Everything's out of this little box. So I'm going to put this styrofoam right back in here. This will go out into my recycling and garbage in a little while. And we'll bring that over here. All right, so this is the pedestal part. This is going to be on the bottom of the table. All right, now for the big one. We're going to leave this right here for now, and I'm going to move this back over into the other part of the kitchen. I'm going to get my scissors. Okay, bring you in a little bit closer here. Bring you down some. Oh, bear with me, I got a knob I gotta turn. Whoops, sorry. I love this stand I've got, but there's all these knobs you gotta do and stuff, because I don't, when I'm trying to tip the camera, I don't want it to fall out of the stand. Okay, here we go. Ta-da! Happy birthday! Alright, we're going to move these. You know what's nice? They actually had like black hard plastic things, you know, for where these straps are going around the boxes. So that's good so it wouldn't crush the table. So I like that. That's really good. Seems like everything's packaged good. This table I got on Amazon. And it's Crossley, C-R-O-S-L-E-Y, furniture. And I did put a couple pictures in my posts, right when I brought this into my home. So I took a close-up of the picture that's on the front of the box. There's a picture of the table that's, you know, right over here. So kind of sideways, but I need to do that, I believe, to open this up. And let's see here. And we will get my knife again. This is exciting. Okay, I'm going to turn this way a little bit. Get behind here. This open. All right, there's an address. I don't like my address, my name, nothing going in the garbage. I shred it. So if I can't get this label off, yeah, I probably am gonna just cut. I'm just gonna cut that piece. I'll get my utility knife. And I'll get it off that way. Okay. I have a nice, big, heavy-duty utility knife. It's from Master Force. Really good. I love this. So I'm just going to cut this around this label. Okay, a little deeper, I think. That'll work. All right, we got that. Okay. Too many people, you know, I'm a positive person. I think if you have been watching me for a while, you know, I think you're understanding that. I'm very kind, I'm very gentle, I try to be very patient. Sometimes I can be impatient. Like I want to get this table out right away. But I don't. But see, it's hard because there are people in our world that are scam artists. And they will take, you know, people's names and addresses and bank information. You know, see, as much as I love what I do and love my channel, I still have to keep my guard up. You know, it's nothing's safe anymore. Like, you know, years ago, before internet and before social media. Whoa, I'm glad that didn't fall. All right, so what I'm going to do with my knife here now, I'm going to score coming down this way. You know what, maybe not. I don't know if I should or shouldn't. Let's see what the best way to do this. Let me look on this side. Okay, it's taped on this side. So I'm going to turn it. And I'll just take my utility knife and score where this box is taped. Then I can lay it down and open this up. Make sure I don't get my floor. All right. We're going to lay this down. Okay. Well, my kitchen's big. All right. We're going to move you back here. Drop you down a little bit more. There it is. Big pieces of styrofoam. All right. Let's turn it this way. I'm going to get my utility knife again. You know, I might have bad knees and arthritis and hips and back, and I don't let that stop me. I pretty much do everything that I want to do. It's just I gotta be slow about it. Sometimes I gotta take breaks, you know. But there we go. Alright, so there's that. Let's cut this part. Well, I actually think I'm going to start pulling pieces out. Let's try that. Got one piece of styrofoam out. Let's see what's all in here. Wow, look at that. Big piece of styrofoam. I make a mess in my kitchen. Another one. Corner pieces. Oh yeah, there's boxes in here. Oh, this is nice. And they're secured down nice and tight too. They have boxes of stuff want you to see this. I know some people are going to be going, why is she tearing that box up in case she's got to send it back? I'm not like that. If there's parts missing, you know, if I can't get it from the company, and if I don't have extra parts myself that'll make the table put together, you know, then I'll go to Home Depot and stuff like that. But I'll find parts. You know, I'll make it work. Because this is the table that I want. So, I'm not keeping the box. Alright, utility knife, let's cut these ribbons. This is actually, I also want to see if you guys can see this. This is kind of fun. That's a big pile of styrofoam by my garbage can here. Make sure you can see what I'm doing. Oh yeah, you can. Okay, those boxes, they actually are stapled down. And they have ties that are kind of like fabric. All right, there's one. One box. There. Box number 2. Okay, part 2. All right. Now we gotta get a screwdriver because there's staples on the bottom of that, and I want to pull them out. Yeah, I can just pull them out with this knife. Let me see. All right, that. Let's see here. Yeah, I need pliers. Okay. Let's do this. Gonna move you back. Look at this mess. And a big piece of styrofoam over there by the door. Yeah. Okay, let's move back a little bit more. I gotta get in my pantry and get a screwdriver. Oh, hang on a second. I might... A screwdriver and pliers. And a flathead screwdriver and my pliers. Okay, it's my little set of pliers, but I think that'll work. Okay, bring you back. Bring you back over here. This is fun. And messy. I'm glad I'm off tomorrow. Alright, let's see if I can get these staples out of here. Screwdriver. Well, this is interesting. Well, scissors. Maybe I'll just cut the fabric, leave the staples in there. For right now, I don't think that's going to hurt anything. just want to get it out of the box. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, all my tools up on my cake decorating island. All right, Jory. Okay. Alright, we're still on styrofoam. So I'm not going to be scratching anything. Alright. I'm going to turn this around. There it is. Wood green is going east to west. You know, like that. And it's got a beveled edge, if you can see. It comes around here, you know, on that side. And I'm gonna move this out of the way so that I can get this box out. So hang on a second. We're just gonna wheel it over here. We're gonna come around this right here by my wall. I'm just going to lean it over here into this corner. Stand it up a little bit more snug so it don't fall. Okay. This other piece out. I'm going to make sure there's instructions. Found the thing of instructions. I want to make sure I got everything out of here. Okay, put that over there. And I don't know if this is going to be one video or two. I have no idea. None whatsoever. Alright, my garbage can open. I'm glad I emptied that this morning. Alright, let's see what else we got in here. There's another little box. It's probably the screws and everything. We'll put that over here. Hardware. Well, I will say one thing. The table was packed really good. Really, really good. Alright, I got everything out. So I'm just going to dump this out. Get everything out of this box, and I'll take the box out to my porch. And I can break it down later. Alright, we got everything out of the box. Alright. I'm gonna... Phew! Oh, let's lift you back up again. Look at that. Okay, there's the table. And I am pleased that it's not really huge. I am so pleased. I didn't want a really big one. So that's the tabletop. So, I'm going to go over here by my door. I'm going to open up this door and take this big box out to my porch. All right, here we go. Okay, I think I'll sweep, get my broom and sweep this floor up a little bit over here. Lots of styrofoam. The garbage people came today, so that's really good. I'm going to fill it up pretty quick here. All this styrofoam. All right, I'm going to get my broom. You know, I am going to tell you something. I am overweight, but I am a very hard worker. I love being active. I hate doing push-ups and sit-ups and going 1, 2, 1, 2 and all that. That to me, that's boring. I would much rather do home projects and, build up a good sweat and see instant changing happening like I am right now. And my heart rate goes up and I sweat and I can drink more tea or water. And, and I feel like I do, I eat pretty healthy, I do. But at nights when, I'm an emotional eater, at night, I get lonely sometimes, and it's okay to get lonely. But I have a lot of crafts that I do, but, I'll be watching TV or something and go, ooh, ice cream sure would sound good about now. Sometimes I don't buy ice cream because if I do, I'll eat the whole container, not in one sitting. But I love ice cream. Love it, love it, love it. It's like a big comfort food. So I am active. And you guys can see that. And I love it. I just love it. And I pray to God as I age and get older in my 70s and 80s that I can still do some of this stuff that I do. And I can tell I've slowed down an awful lot. After I turn like 50, 55, my eyes are going, my ears are going, my arthritis has gotten worse. I'm trying to get some of that styrofoam. I'll clean that off with some of that, is it Endust I use? I think it's Endust. Old English, it's Old English I use for that. There we go. All right, I'll leave my broom out because I believe I'll be using it again. All right. Okay. What are we going to do now? We have to look at instructions. So, I'm going to also take this styrofoam out. These two big pieces. Put them next to the box. Hope the wind don't carry them away. It's just, all right. So come with me. That's more stuff. I've got my garbage can open. That's all the styrofoam that was in the box. That's the small box the pedestal was in, and inside that is like the styrofoam and things. I'll break that down too. So what I'm going to do first is take the pedestal off the table. I'll bring the table over here. And then under the light, we can look at the instructions. There is some aging stuff. I think that's supposed to be there, where you can kind of see. Well, let me bring this into you. All right. If you can kind of see, let me make sure you can see in this camera. See where my finger's at? Right there is a spot. Here's a spot. Right there. It's got like a little aging to it. And I do like it. I do like that a lot. It looks like it's painted white. It is wood. It's hollow inside, It is wood. Made in Malaysia. Wow. Malaysia. Not China. Okay. We're going to put this down. You know what? Why don't we leave that up here? And let's just get the instructions, because I might have to add to that. All right, let's see what we got in these boxes. I think I'm going to have to get another thing of tea. All right. Those are the instructions. I am going to put this down on my carpet right next to my cabinet over there. So I have more space. I'm going to get a drink of tea quick. Oh. I love green tea. Like, it's ginseng diet, no calories, with what is it? I think is it Arnold Palmer's? Let's see, I'll show you. I buy it by the gallon. Arizona diet. Diet green tea with ginseng and honey's in here. And no calories. Is good. It's actually made with, let's see, what are they? Oh, they got sucralose in here. It's not stevia. But I really like it a lot. 2% of sugar, like 1 gram. No calories. You know, 0 fat, zero sodium. I really like it. So I drink that versus soda. Every once in a while I'll have to have a Pepsi. Because that was my mom's favorite. Diet Pepsi though. She used to drink regular Pepsi. But anyway, what I'm going to do now, I should check the camera so you guys can see what I'm doing here. I'm actually starting to open this box, this hardware. You know, how about this? Let me move you back here so I'm under a light. This part of my kitchen gets pretty dark. Maybe you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to close this front door again. Well, big box just fell down. That's fine. It's laying flat on the floor. And that's fine. It ain't going anywhere. Okay. Scissors. Pretty pink ribbon it's tied with. Got everything out of that box. And the pink ribbon. So this is all the screws, and it looks like they put it in like a wrench in here. You know, and the washers and stuff. That's in that bag. All right, let's open this one. Maybe this is the bottom of the base. I believe it is. And we'll open this part with the tap tape. Okay. All right. Piece of wood. All right, put that there. And we'll see what's in here. It was packed really well, really, really well. Okay. Wow. These are the legs to the pedestal. There's 4 of them. Oh, they're packed really nice too. 1, 2. Yep, and they've got a little bit of the, if you look on the, here's a close-up. If you look, I'll see if you can see this in the camera. Right there. I don't know if you can see that, but right here, there's like a, oh, what do you want to call that? It's just a weathered look, you know, a little weathered. I think they all have that. So I'm glad that's supposed to be there. Part of their design. Yep, they all have it in the same spot too. So that's good. It seems pretty sturdy. You know, there's even some here on the bottom, you know, where it looks aged a little bit. All right, another box. I got everything out of that one. I don't think this is going to be hard at all. Not a lot of pieces here, so. Okay, let's put you over here. More screws. Scissors and knife, I don't think I'll need anymore, but just in case, I'm going to put all these tools down below on my turntable here. Okay, and my utility knife. I'll go down here too. I know I'll need that to open up all those boxes and put them in my recycling bin. Okay. CrosleyFurniture.com. CROSLEY. And I'll bring you in. You can read this with me if you want. I'll bring you down here. So, bring you in closer. Bring you down some more. And I think I'll raise you up a little bit. Okay, this is it right here. Here's an 800 number. You can go on the website. Warranty policy. Every Crosley product we sell is designed to meet and exceed your expectations. We are dedicated to providing excellent quality. If you have product questions outside manual instructions, it is best to contact our consumer support team for assistance. Toll free in the United States, a 1-800 number. They tell you what's covered, what's not covered. How do you make a claim? Care instructions. Yeah, and then there's on the website. You can go on the website, and I'll tell you how to take care of this furniture, which is really nice. Okay. All right. There's tips to protect and care for the furniture. They recommend dusting frequently with a clean, soft, dry, lint-free cloth. Wipe spills immediately with a clean cloth. Clean the surface by rubbing in the direction of the grain and wipe dry. We recommend polishing your furniture approximately every 6 months with the Guardsman furniture polish or any other furniture polish. We do not recommend the use of aerosol-powered cleaners. I wouldn't do that, because then it will build up like waxes and abrasives, you know, and some of them can be oil-based. I wouldn't do that. So what I do use on a wood table, that's what I'll continue to use. All right, so there's everything in here with outdoor furniture and, you know, leather furniture. We don't need to do that. Butcher block stuff. Stainless steel. Okay. This is what it looks like. There's the table. Together, assembled. Okay? It's a round dining table. Model number CF2003. In case anybody wants to order it off of Amazon. It took 3 days to get here. I ordered it, 3 days, done. Okay, on here it's got a parts list. The top is over there. The pedestal post, 4 legs, and a plate. The hardware list. A wrench. There's an Allen wrench and another wrench. So we're going to do the legs first, and we're going to put them to the bottom, I guess. Okay, so let's start that. I actually think what I'm going to do is open this bag up and maybe put these in a bowl so I can see them better. Let me get a bowl. Let's see here. I'm going to get a small bowl here. I'm over my kitchen cabinet. And there's that. Okay, here's our wrench, our Allen wrench, washers, all that stuff. Okay, what we need is the wrench, and we need bolts and washers. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, because we have 4 legs, and it looks like we're going to do 8 because there's actually 2 screws on each pedestal part. 2, 4, 6, 8. Then we need the nuts. So we have 1, 2, 3. Here's 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, we have 8. All right. Let's get the pedestal. All right, we're going to tip this. All right, just bring me back just a little bit. Tip you back up here. This is the pedestal. See where the holes are? So I'm going to tip it upside down. Put the holes on the bottom of my little table, okay? And I'll bring you right here. Just like this. Okay? And we're going to move this over here. All my washers and stuff. All right. So, I think these things have to come off. Yeah, because you can't really put them on. And I actually think, no, we're going to have to put it the other way. We have to put it this way. That's not going to work. I got an idea. That's going to be too high for me. I have another idea. Let me get my I have a little footstool over here. And I'm going to bring that down. I think I'm going to take my white blanket out. That way it's more sturdy. All right. This is a little blue fabric footstool that I bought. Oh man, I don't know. See, right there. And I put blankets in it. See, blankets. And then it's cushioned, so, you know, if I need an extra seat, somebody can sit on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the pedestal and put it right on top of here. Because what I have to do is I have to take a leg and I have to make sure I'm putting this on right. Okay, so this hole, the holes right here have to be facing up to the ceiling. So it goes in like this, like that. So I'm gonna make sure you can see what I'm doing here. Let's raise you up a little bit more. Okay. I'm gonna get a washer, like that. Put one washer there. Get a nut here. Get another washer. And another nut. If I drop it, I'll go right onto the top of my little footstool here, not onto the floor. All right, there's that. And I'm gonna turn it. I'm gonna take this wrench, and I might just get my pliers and do this. A lot easier just to grab it. Maybe not. Maybe and maybe not. Maybe not. Oh yeah. All right, I'll do this. I can try to bring you in so you can kind of see what I'm doing on the inside, but it's kind of, oh, I apologize. That tipped right down. Get that tight. Okay. You can kind of see where those holes are. See where the nuts are there? I gotta tighten them with this wrench. I don't know how long of a video this is gonna be. Seems like that's pretty snug there. All right. Try to tighten that more with my hand here. Okay. Yeah, it's easier to use their tool, you know, because it's such a small spot. Okay, that's pretty snug. All right, now for the next one. We'll do one on this opposite side so it balances out a little bit. And make sure we take these black things off. Okay. All right, I'll make sure you can still see. Okay, right now we're at 49 minutes, so this might be, maybe I'll just do one video doing this, and then when the chairs come, I'll do another little video. All right. Because after this part, I think I gotta put the base on, and then hopefully that top goes on pretty good. And I got the washers on. I'm just trying to get the nuts on with my fingers here. Yeah, I think it's going to get down to where I'm going to need a break. All right, let's turn this again so I can screw them tight. Being because I'm right-handed, you know. I want to give my shout out, my blessings, I do want to thank a lot of you for letting me know it's okay if I, once I'm ready to sit down and write people's comments down and names and share a few, on videos. Thank you so much for letting me know that it's okay to do that with your screen names. So thank you. Yeah, I am just very overjoyed and grateful every day because this just blows my mind how fast this channel's growing. And I'm just being me, just being me. Okay. There's 2 of them. We're going to do another one. Get some washers. Make sure I got the holes up right. There's been furniture I've put together, kind of like my TV stand. Oh my God, that was so much fun. My neighbor, when I had an apartment, that's before I bought this mobile home, but she helped me haul everything up the stairs because I lived on the 2nd floor. Oh, she was so fun. But she she helped me put my TV stand together, and that was hysterical. I wish I had that on video. Oh, that was fun. But it's a pain in the butt. Like, I'm not reading the directions. Well, I am, I guess. I am. Didn't go through it very thoroughly, but I'm reading. But it's a pain in the butt when you assemble something and you put it together the wrong way. Because you're in a hurry to get it together because it's exciting. Have a new piece of furniture. But it's like, oh man. Then you got to take it all apart because something's not fitting right. Start all over again. Yeah, I just hope the chairs are going to be easy to put together. There should be just like the seat, a back, and 4 legs. I'm hoping. I'll get that tighter here. Yeah, after working today, my hands are stiff. Try to get that in there. I'm glad I'm off tomorrow. I only had to work 4 hours today. So, that not bad. Tighten that one up with my hand. I'll be glad when this is over. Hard getting into these teeny weeny spots here. Okay, there's that. One more. Bum, 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 bum. There are some little white for the bottom of the legs where those holes are. I'll show you. Right here. Hope you can see that. There's a little white thing that goes in there. Just screws in. Help protect the floor and the... There. All right, that's 4. Put the washers here. Okay, get the nuts. Got 2 of them. All right, hang on here, leg. And 1. Yeah, I'm getting tired. I'm gonna have to sit for a little bit. we'll finish this up and get another drink of tea and see how I'm feeling. All right. Tighten that up some more. Hard to get in here. It's so little space. Turn them. All right. Get that tightened with my hands. Almost done. Maybe one more good twist here. Done. Okay. All right, what's next? Okay. Now we're going to put that square base on, but no. No, no, no. Yeah, they're not even put these, they're not telling you to put the white things in, but I'm going to put them in. Because the next part you have to flip it over and put the base on. So, let me show you what I'm doing. All right. Bring it back a little bit. There. Kind of see where that hole's at. So this goes in. It's got a little screw thingy on there. Get that nice and snug. And what's nice is you can adjust these too, because not all floors are level. Some floors are uneven, so you can adjust them to however your floor is, you know, which is pretty smart. After this, we're going to turn it and we're going to put that square piece on. I'm just getting all four of them in these holes here. Okay. Move you back. Move you back that way for a minute. Vacuum that off. I'll do that tomorrow. I won't need that anymore. Okay. Put that ottoman back up in my living room. All right. And you in right here, I'm under this light. That's kind of sharp looking, isn't it? I like that. I really do. It's not going to take up too much space either. All right, let's bring you down some. Bring you in a little closer. Drop you down some more. Okay, right there's good. All right, let me get another drink. And how many minutes are we at? We're at an hour right now. 1 hour. Okay. I don't think, does it matter? Attach plate part T to top of pedestal posts using bolts and an Allen wrench. I don't know if it matters which I do. I don't know. I don't know. We'll find out. So I need bolts, which are these. Bolts with Allen wrench. Oh, yeah. Put them in this way. It's got on the wood. You see where it's got like a recess here? So then the bolt head will drop down. And I think that's what I want. That we're not sticking out on the top when I put the top of the table on. All right, so I'll stick that one there. And I actually have a folding chair in my spare bedroom. I can bring it out here. Oh, yeah, fun. Okay. Allen wrench. Spin round and round and round we go. I won't get it too tight yet until I get them all down there. I always like going the opposite way. Like if I start with one, I'll go opposite, you know, like in a corner. And then I'm pretty sure the other ones will, you know, go in. Okay. Just my hands hurting from work. Get on a register. You know, it's pushing buttons all day long. Cake decorating was like, you know, pushing frosting through pastry bags all day, so. And I milked cows for 12 years raising my kids. We lived on a dairy farm. You know, did that. My hands, I'll tell you, they've been through some stuff. All right. Okay, let's tighten these up now. Okay. There. Feels pretty good to me. All right. I think I'm just going to do the whole thing on a video. That way you can see it all. Oh, great. Now it's telling me to tip it upside down and... I don't know. I want to get all the way on the board. All right. Let's move this back out of the way. All right. Bring that over here. I'm going to move you back some. Move you back. We're going to raise you up. It's telling me to take the top of the table, tip it upside down, you know, and then, all right, so I'm just going to leave you here for right now while I get this situated. All right, I have to move this over here. Oh, man. Bring in my blue thing. just when I thought I was done with it. And the tabletop isn't very heavy. It's not. So this will work. I'm glad it's not that big. All right, let's get it closer to here. And then I'm going to take it just like this. Make sure it's on that center part. Then I can cut more of this here fabric away. I'll see. Bring it down some. Show you what I just did. If I only had a cameraman, this would be a lot easier. All right, I'm going to bring it in a little closer. So, my blue ottoman, if you can see on the very bottom, it's down there. Okay? So then I put the top of the table, flipped it upside down, because I don't want to be going all the way on the floor. Not with my knees and my back. No way. Always got to try to figure out how to do stuff. All right. Now I'm going to raise it down, bring it down some. Right like that. Bring it out just a little bit more. Okay. What I'm going to do first is cut away this fabric. As much of it as I can. You know, and maybe one day I'll get brave and I'll try to get those staples out. Ooh, look at that. Got some of it all the way out. All right, now we have to tip the pedestal upside down. You know what? I'm gonna bring that over there. We gotta get this one piece of fabric off. Because that's not gonna work. See if I can pull at that. There we go. Make sure that's going to be... Try to get these other ones off too. At least this one here. Because I don't want it to be lopsided. All right, there's 4 holes. I just have to match up the holes here. I think I got it. Okay. So we have to take, there's little washers and big washers. And big 1, 2, 3, 4, and the bolts. 1, 2. It's nice they gave me like a few little extra parts too. So that's nice. Okay. So we have to put Big washer, little washer, and then the screw. All right. Bring you in closer and kind of see me. Make sure it's tight. Okay. Here's my parts. So these big, Allen wrench screws here. I have big washers, and I've got these little washers. So it's big washer, little washer, and then screw. So we're going to do one here. I'm going to put one down here. And then little washer I'll put right on that. All right, we'll put that down in there. Get that started. Pretty sure I got the holes lined up. I'm pretty sure. Let's see on this other side. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Okay, I'm over on the opposite side right now. Right, that one I got. That one's going down. That one's down. Yeah, I did. Good. We're almost done. All right. Put one more washer down on this opposite side here. Made in Malaysia. Okay, May of 2025 it's stamped on here. All right, here we go. Get that in there snug. There it goes. Alright, and then we'll tighten it up this way. Not bad. I mean, I figured it out. The only tip I'll tell you is don't tighten them super tight. You want to crack this wood. I don't know what type of wood it is. And over time, as the table sits and settles, you can go back in and you can tighten things up, but I wouldn't recommend tightening it too tight. Especially when it's new. So I'm just coming around the back side and getting these back screws tightened here. 2 left. Then we'll take it and we will flip it over. I'll move my cake decorating island to the back. All right, one more. We have one more. If you're still with me, I'm hoping you're enjoying this. No editing. This is real time. And I do want to give a shout out to everybody and send you all my blessings, and I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. If you need some prayers, you know, I'll give you those too. All right, let me see if I can pull these. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave them for now because I am tired. All right, for now I'm done. For right now I'm done. So let's get you back up. A moment of truth here. Okay, raise you up. Dum 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 dum. Should have a drum roll. Drum roll. Bring you back here a little bit. Bring it down. I'm going to tip you down just a little. Just like that. Okay. We're going to tip this up the other way now. Okay. I'm going to go slow. All right. Grab that. Okay. And bring this over this way. I'm glad this isn't that heavy. Okay. Now, I can move this out of the way. Right in between the camera and the table. Okay. Move my ottoman out of the way. All right, here we go. Moment of truth here. Wow. Ta-da! All right, there it is. There she is. Oh. There. That's the table. All right, let me get some end dust. Or Old English. I'm just gonna get the regular furniture polish that I use. It looks like it's got a nice shine to it, so we'll just use this. And just clean that good. Go with the grain of the wood. Oh my goodness, I've got a table and it's low, you know, it seems like it's too small because it's lower to the ground than what I'm used to. Okay, there she sits. Oh, it slides so nice. Oh, look at the room. Oh, this is going to be fun. Let me show you the space I have. I'm going to call it a day because I'm tired. But look at the space. Wow, I can walk around it. I can walk around the table. Look at this. You know, I can walk around. No more bumping in or anything like that. I can do cakes right under this light, right here on the table. Wow. Okay. There it is. I do want to see something really quick. I'm just curious. I do not know if this is going to work, but I do want to try. It's probably going to be too big, but I don't want to get rid of it because I just love it. I might have to, maybe I can cut a piece out in the middle and sew it so it's shorter. I don't know. But I can put two over, two placemats for now. Where's my pumpkin? Oh, I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna like it a lot. There. I'll put two leaves down. Let's see, I'll put a gold one and I'll put a burgundy one. For right now. Okay, here we go. Burgundy. Yeah, I might have to go around. Yeah, this is kind of big. Yeah, it's a lot smaller. Might have to do round placemats. I mean, I'll live with it for a little bit and maybe I'll go to a smaller, setting or something. I do have a vase of flowers I can just put over here. See what that looks like, I think, getting older too, I want my feet on the floor. Let's try something. Yeah, let's put, I think I'm gonna like the flowers better. Because that's kind of big. I like that better. There we go. Much better. Much, much better. I can put this pumpkin over here. I have an entry table back here, so I'll just do it that way. There we go. All right, we're gonna call it a day. Right now it's okay. Right now it's okay. And then there's, boy, what a difference. That is cute. So we'll see what happens when we get 4 chairs in here, because the chairs are supposed to be pretty good size. So we'll see what they look like. But anyway, it's an hour, almost an hour and a half video here. So I'll raise you up some. Oh my goodness gracious, that was a workout. Okay. Yeah, this is bent a little bit. I have to bend this. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I did. So now I have garbage, and I got to break it down. But before I do, I'm going to sit in my recliner, and I'll upload this video. Okay? And again, if you're with me, thank you. This was fun. So, and when my chairs come, we'll do it again. We'll see how it looks, but all about what a big difference, hey? Huge. Yeah. Can walk around and not, nobody bumping into anybody, and it's just great, just great. All right, so anyway, take care. We'll see you shortly. We'll see you tomorrow or the next day. We'll see when I can get that uploaded, but right now I'm going to upload this video. All right, and today is October 1st, 2025. So happy October, everybody. What a great way to start the month. A new table. All right. And yeah, when I get really tired, I get really silly and goofy. Ask my family and friends. Yes, I do. And I talk a lot. I can't help it. I'm Italian. All right. Bye, everybody. Have a good one. Bye-bye.